Hello, my name is Faith Bully, and I will be talking about how we could take a part in stopping and being more aware of human trafficking. So, about over 50 years ago, slavery was believed to be something that was forgotten, something of the past. But here in modern day, we actually have a modern day slavery called human trafficking. It's a big problem here in our Central Valley. So, human trafficking is, just as a small little recap of my last speech, human trafficking involves the recruitment, harboring, and transportation of people into a situation of exploitation through the use of violence, deception, and forced to work against their will, as coming from the article, What is Human Trafficking? The different kinds of trafficking there are some different kinds of trafficking. Two of the main ones would be sex trafficking and labor trafficking. Sex trafficking is the recruitment, harboring, transportation, provision, and soliciting of a person for the purpose of commercial sex, as said from Helen Clean. Labor trafficking is the transportation of a victim and forcing them to work into labor services. So human trafficking is different. Human trafficking is a local and global problem. Traffickers can take women, men, young, old, from every ethnic background, and they're forced into servitude. They have to endure a manner of physical, emotional, and psychological abuse lasting from either days or years. So at the end of the speech, I hope you guys are more aware and convinced that human trafficking is a big problem here in the Central Valley. We as a community should be taking part of an action against this problem, protecting the women, children, men from this modern day slavery. So, human trafficking in our Central Valley, the most recent results for our Central Valley would be from 2010 to 2018, there are roughly about 700 victims of human trafficking, and they are identified and rescued, but there are some that are not rescued. There are a lot that are, but a lot that aren't, according to our Central Valley Against Human Trafficking, as said from the Central Valley Justice Coalition. Most people are unaware that human trafficking even exists because we've forgotten what a slavery looks like, feels like, or even is. This is much more of a quiet act. This is something people just don't aware themselves because they don't know what's going on because it's so hidden. They assume trafficking happens in other countries or metropolitan cities, which is if they are actually aware. They don't assume it happens here in our Central Valley. Human trafficking is a hidden crime. Unless we are aware of the crime, it's unrecognizable that it is actually happening in our community. Our Central Valley have factors that make it one of our hub connections for human trafficking. So we are in the center between other human trafficking hubs, such as we have Sacramento, we have San Francisco, those big cities. They're hubs for human trafficking. The Central Valley Coalition has actually recognized this as a problem. So opening on a solution, a very simple one, just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware that there is such thing as a modern day slavery called human trafficking. Read articles that allows you to understand and comprehend what exactly human trafficking is and how it affects our community. While you gain awareness, you want to raise awareness. Tell people here, tell people there, just talk about what's going on. And learn the signs, indicators that there is a potential human trafficker. This as all said from the End of Human Trafficking article. This will logically help you help you with the issue of human trafficking because it will raise more awareness, scaring the predator who are taking these victims, which this could also help with more victims being identified, more rescues will be made from Forrest Benedict. So, for example, you could also, a sign of it would be if somebody who's human trafficking and the victim who is being human trafficked, a lot of the times the human trafficker does not allow the victim to speak. The human trafficker will speak for that victim, will speak on their behalf, and won't let you speak to them. So that is a big sign of a human trafficker, and if it's happening. So instead of allowing human trafficking to grow and feed off our vulnerabilities, we as a community need to be more aware of our surroundings. We need to feel safe, protected. We need our families, our friends, our community, that what makes us one, to feel safe. We need to allow our community to be more aware of what human trafficking is and how dangerous it can be. That allows for victims to be under harsher circumstances and makes you more vulnerable. Most of us have somebody we actually love, and if not, you care about somebody or you even care about yourself. But one day somebody could take somebody you care about, could take you, and you wouldn't even know if it's human trafficking. You wouldn't be able to call out to somebody because nobody is aware that this exists. So be more aware on what's going on how you can be of help. Just spread the awareness as well. As you gain the awareness, you want to spread it. Make sure everybody knows. Make sure everybody understands what exactly it is. Warning your friends, your family of any incidents that occur around you. And advise them on the knowledge that you've learned on this. Human trafficking is a major problem here in the Central Valley. Every year, the numbers of victims increase, the number of victims will be found. But as we gain more awareness, every year there's less victims. Every year there could be more and more people found faster, and they don't have to sit there in pain for so long. Human trafficking victims have severe consequences, instilling traumatizing fear inside of a person, which is why we want to be there to help them. So I encourage everyone to be more aware of this problem at hand. Thank you.